Like this. I call it a mobile home. Isn't that something? And I'm calling this one a lifterator.
When the family realized what the father was thinking, everyone felt awkward. The father knew he had lost his authority, and it all started because of this boy. He finally couldn't hold back his anger, and tried to teach the boy a lesson, but the moment he lunged at him, the two of them slipped and fell into a tar pit. No matter how hard they struggled, they couldn't get out. The boy felt sad, saying his own family had once been trapped in tar too, and never made it out. After hearing that, the father's anger disappeared. The father encouraged the boy to use his clever mind to find a way out. Inspired, the boy suddenly had an idea. He used a fake tiger to lure a real tiger nearby. Using the tiger's strength, it pulled them out of the tar. Then the ground cracked open again. They ran as fast as they could, reaching the final fissure. The new world was right in front of them. But suddenly a loud boom echoed from afar. The ground blew upward, completely blocking the path. The road was gone. They couldn't reach the new world anymore. The mom told everyone to hide back in the cave, back into the familiar, hated darkness. But this time, the father refused. He knew his family had already fallen in love with light and freedom. And now, he finally understood why. He didn't want them to suffer again. He knew he wasn't the smartest, but he had strength, so he decided to throw his family across using brute force. The unknown meant danger, but the dad said, it also means a chance to survive. The boy stepped up first, willing to scout ahead. The father hurled him across with all his strength. A horn sounded from the other side. The boy was safe. Suddenly, everyone felt sad. They could survive, but only by leaving the father behind. The father had already made up his mind. He said, if you make it, I've made it too. He threw them across one by one, until only his daughter was left. She had always been upset with him, but now she didn't want to leave. She wanted to make it right, but it was too late. The father hugged his daughter, the very first hug in the world. Even the smartest person couldn't invent a hug. It only comes from someone who loves. The earth collapsed completely. At the final moment, the father threw her across. The family reunited safely on the other side, looking at the destroyed path behind them, knowing they would never see him again. Sometime later, on the other side of the world's end, the father woke up in the ruins. He was still alive. He crawled into a cave and made a fire for himself. He felt happy and wanted to share it, but no one was there. Feeling lonely, he grabbed some dirt and drew his family on the cave wall, and himself holding them all together. Suddenly, his torch dropped. When he picked it up again, the tiger with the crazy hair appeared, but it wasn't there to eat him. It just wanted warmth. Turns out, deep down, it was just a kitten afraid of the dark. Suddenly, a horn sounded outside. It was his family calling him. His first instinct was to save them. In a flash, he came up with a brilliant plan. He found a huge animal skeleton, smeared tar on the top, then yelled loudly to attract a flock of man-eating birds. He lit a torch, climbed onto the big cat, and hid inside the skeleton. The birds swarmed in, many of them getting stuck to the tar. Powered by the bird's pull, they lifted into the air. The father steered with the torch, flying toward the light. Along the way, he saved several animals. At the final second before the explosion, he flew out with all the animals. On the other side, the daughter kept blowing the horn, and the sound echoed across the valley. Their call wasn't in vain. A light shone through the mist, along with a familiar voice. When he landed, his family rushed to embrace him tightly. He counted again. Everyone was alive. This time, he counted the wandering boy too. Some families fall apart in peaceful times, while some reunite at the end of the world, because they have a love so big, one that not only protects you, but lets you go, or even walks with you toward a brighter future.